Hi for everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about my article for the software patterns class. It is titled as Enterprise Design Patterns, Real World Implementation in Python using patterns from patterns of enterprise application architecture. So I'm the author, Gabriel Melendez Guarachi. Uh, let's let's go to the introduction. Enterprise applications are complex systems designed to handle business operations at scale, managing data, enforcing business rules, coordinating workflows, and integrating with other systems. Martin Waldler's seminal book, Patterns of Enterprise Application Architecture, catalogs dozens of proven design patterns that help developers tackle common architectural challenges in enterprise software. In this article, we'll explore several key enterprise design patterns from POEAA and demonstrate their real-world implementation in Python. We'll focus on domain model, data mapper, repository, service layer, and unit of work. So we'll build a simplified e-commerce order processing system to illustrate how these patterns work together. First, we have the domain model. The domain model pattern represents business entities and their behaviors as rich objects, encapsulating both data and logic. Here is an example for order and order items classes. Here we have code on Python. Here we have the data class order with their attributes and their properties. And by the other hand, we have the class order, their attributes and properties. Okay, that is. And let's move to data mapper. The data mapper pattern separates in-memory domain objects from the database, mapping between them without either knowing about each other, about the other. Here we have an example of the order mapper class. Here we have the class order mapper with some functions, self-connection, um, SQL execution, and others. Here we have some functions to find some products or maybe to insert new orders, update some orders, basically. And let's go to the repository. The repository panel provides a collection-like interface for accessing domain objects, abstracting the underlying data mapping and storage. Here we have an order repository class with some definition itself, get by ID, and save. And here we have the service layer. The service layer panel defines an application boundary and set up application operations, coordinating responses, and encapsulating business logic. For example, here we have the order service class with some functions like create order and their conditions, of course. Add item to order with some validation. And the last function, generate ID using a hash function. And the unit of work panel maintains a list of objects affected by a business transaction and coordinates the writing out of changes. Here we have a unit of work class example for a unit of work with different functions and different SQL commands, queries. Yeah, here we have an example of all the code together. But let's see the code in action. Here we have enterprise design pattern, the the main here we have the main file for Python. Okay, it connects to a SQL Lite because it's only for testing. Then we have the data mapper py with all the code execution that we have seen, repository py, service py, and unit of work .py. So let's execute it. Okay, like this. And here we have, after passing all the code, we have the output, order created, and the total updated. And that's it, basically, using patterns. In conclusion, enterprise design patterns from POEAA help structure complex applications by separating concepts, encapsulating logic, and promoting stability and maintainability. While Python is often associated with scripting and simplicity, these patterns are just available in large-scale Python applications. That's all, and thank you for watching.